with those 3 wickets. You can see just heading the wrong direction all of a sudden. But they're still above the required rate. That red line going across the middle of your screens there. So the questions will be, can they keep up the rate without losing too many wickets in, say, the next 5 to 6 overs? Later, an Overdyke out there will be the key. As the field does spread, so power play complete. We have 4 fielders outside the ring, a little bit different to the men's version of the game. We can have 5 fielders outside the ring. 103 of 84, 7.3 required. That's down the leg side. They might go for 4, you know. It's in a big pocket of space. How's the outfield? It's going. It doesn't. Just stopped and they'll get 2. So I reckon that might be off the bat, or was it leg by? It's going to be no signal from the umpire. So 2 runs. Have a closer look. No signal from the umpire. So 2 runs. Yep, good work. A little fingertip into the nutmeg. Saves a couple of runs for her country. Yep, good work. A little fingertip. Dempsey, despite having the wicket, has it sprayed just a little bit, both sides of the wicket. Dempsey, despite having the wicket, has it sprayed just a little bit. Better. Good line and length from Dempsey. Dempsey, despite having the wicket, has it sprayed just a little bit. Better. Good line and length from Dempsey. 101 off 82 isn't impossible on such a fast outfield. Just need one batter to bat through. Will it be delayed as day? Isn't impossible on such a fast outfield. Just need one batter to bat through. Will it be delayed as day? Isn't impossible on such a fast outfield. Just need one batter to bat. Well bowled again. So Dempsey just getting the line right the last 2 deliveries. Well bowled again. So Dempsey just getting the line right the last 2 deliveries. Well bowled again. So plenty to play for as well. Making points on the line. And, well, a series victory on the line, actually, here for Ireland. A win here on the line would close this series off, and then they'd be looking to whitewash it tomorrow. A win here on the line would close this delivery missed out from Delayed tomorrow, who be disappointed not to get any bat on that. Delivery missed out from Delayed tomorrow, who be disappointed not to get any bat on that. I have to say credit to the grounds crew and everyone. Disappointed not to get any bat on that. I have to say credit to the grounds crew and everyone. And that is the right area. So good over this from Dempsey. Besides the 2 off the first ball, very good indeed. So good over this from Dempsey. Besides the 2 off the first ball, very good indeed. So good over this from Dempsey. Besides the 2 off the first ball, very good indeed. So good over this from Dempsey. Besides the 2 off the first ball, very good indeed. Last ball of the 7th over. And blocked again. So good over that for Ireland, who, well, keeping their noses ahead in this one. The score after 7 is 48 for 3. Well, as I want to welcome you. Oh, that was a quick one. Welcome to the Dream Box. Welcome everybody around the world. We've got viewers from all over. Had messages from Australia, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Ireland, Netherlands, of course, and everyone that's tuning in on the ECN. If you are new to the ECN, 1,700 plus games a year. And that's why we don't always wear the blazer. My blazer over there, because it is extremely hot here in Amsterdam. But big thank you to everyone that's helped us try to get this series on. We have the Jersey Women's coming to the Netherlands next week. We've got 3 T10s, followed by 3 T20s as well. So a bit of T10 flavour for the women's game next week. And it's great to expand the game. I know the women's cricket is growing everywhere around the world. And it's great to see so many people supporting it as Arlene Kelly gets herself another wicket. Well, I think Arlene Kelly might look for some property here in Amsterdam because she enjoys bowling here. She gets herself another wicket. How quick was the glove work from Hunter? Overdyke tries to be brave, comes down the crease, doesn't get near it, and thanks for coming. Easy stumping in the end. And Netherlands just losing wickets consistently at the wrong time. Ireland well ahead in this game. It's going to take a special sort of innings from someone in the Dutch setup. We've seen it before in the Netherlands. They do have this happy knack in the men's and women's teams to fight back extremely. Arlene Kelly has 2 for 4 if you didn't get to see game 1 on the Monday, she took 5 for 12. So mathematics was one of my stronger suits at school. She's got 7 for 16 for the week. And I don't even think we're a little over halfway through. So Kelly might be thinking of some pretty impressive figures again. Someone's pushed into the offside. I had a good chat with Arlene after the previous feats of her maiden 5-wicket haul for the country in the last game, and talked a little bit about the rolling leg cutter, and she said it's some employing that tactic once again. Another play and miss, and well, she has an opportunity here to take a bagful once more. You'd imagine that it'd be hard to pry the ball out of her hands. I reckon she could potentially bowl 4 overs on the trot here. Netherlands, even though their rate is good, they have just slipped behind with the wicket column. 4 down already is danger signs. Driven nicely, but to backward point. This is what I mean. The wickets just keep the new batters coming in. They chew up a couple of deliveries, and then before you know it, that rate has come back to a run a ball. It almost is now 46 deliveries, 48 runs, and Ireland starting to pull away in this T20 International, and the series is on the line. Bowled. Well, what a delivery. That's not the leg cutter. That's the quicker one. That's the variegation. Arlene Kelly has 3 for 4 to go with her 5 for 12. Right now, she is having a great time of it. Fantastic bowling. The emerald green of Ireland pulling away. That's a great shot, isn't it? The middle stump uprooted. And you're going to see some smiles on their face, and you can understand why. This one isn't a leg cutter. This is pure pace coming through, back in with the arm, and it just shows the challenges for batters. And, well, Kelly could potentially, I don't want to say it, I will say it too early, has the opportunity to go back-to-back fifers, back-to-back Michelle fifers, which is pretty rare, I would imagine, in the T20 game. We won't get on that chat just yet. We'll wait. She's got 3. That 3 for 4. Yeah, you take that, don't you? Following on from the 5 for 12. Can anyone tell me what what's the bowling average for the week? What's that? There's 2. I can tell you she has 8 for 16 for the week. Remarkable. Bowling average of 2. Yeah, you take that. Also is representing the Auckland women as well. Oh, you just feel like there could be a wicket any ball, but surprisingly, it's a run. So another successful over for Ireland, as Netherlands really are in a lot of strife now. They are 49 for 5. Having a look at that scorecard, it was promising early. The openers, Seegers and Zwilling, they got it out the middle. They looked good, and they were striking above 100. Unfortunately, that middle order hasn't rocked up yet. Reich, Overdyke and Malcolmbaugh have all been dismissed. Delata's been there watching a little bit of carnage from the non-strikers' end. But they need a partnership, don't they? So back to the action. A lot of people in the chat saying Arlene Kelly, phenomenal figures. And I have to say it is phenomenal. Credit to her. That's edged away, and that might be 2 if they run hard. And they'll probably settle for the one. I think Delata wants a bit of a strike. But yeah, little M in the chat saying phenomenal. Correct, phenomenal from Kelly. 8 wickets for 17 for the week. But the Dutch just lost wickets at the wrong time, it feels, and they have a lot of work to do. 99 off 71 now, 5 wickets down. This would be a remarkable comeback if they were to get back into this one. Nice drive, gorgeous shot from Delata. Gets that away out to deep extra cover. One thing I've noticed from this Ireland team, very disciplined in the field. Seem to know their angles and well-coached team. Now, a lot of people in the chat seem a little bit disappointed of that batting collapse. It did feel like we're going to have a much closer game, but at the moment it's all Ireland, all emerald green. That one is respectfully played. Yeah, so the question marks will be for the Dutch, at what stage do they take another risk? You don't want to give up the game just yet, but that run rate required is just creeping up. It's 8.43 now. Only a few overs ago, they had got it down to about 6.8. It's amazing how quick this game can change. That'll be signalled a wide. Every run is welcome. So Lynch and Delaney. Lynch, who's usually opening the bowling for the Netherlands with a left arm off spin. Also pretty handy with the bat. Gone. Well, that's called the commentator's curse. A little bit of the kibosh, as you will. It's full from Dempsey, aiming in at the stumps, and that is the off stump gone. The bail flies off, and unfortunately this game all of a sudden feels like it is running away. 6 wickets gone, full straight. You miss, I hit. So 6 wickets down, and, well, you just have to feel that the Irish class is showing once again. For a brief moment, or brief moments in this game, they've been under the pump a little bit. It was in that first innings when Louise Little took those last 5 balls for 17 runs, and right now, they were under the pump probably after 5 overs, and they've fought right back, if not put themselves in unassailable position. Land here will come out here and try something. Not going to be easy. So first ball for Land here. Dempsey has 2. Oh, edged away. That'll just be a single. Delaney has been out there quite some time and watched a lot of wickets fall around her. Not easy. See a message in the chat from KSM saying Arlene Kelly, surely the front runner for Player of the Series award already. And yeah, I don't think you could even question that. So far ahead for probably Player of the Series. But I would say young Hunter, the wicketkeeper opening bat, might have a say in that if she is to go on to make another good score in the final game. Not over just yet. Delaney looks for a cheeky single, direct hit gone. No, drops the ball. Well, I think it's still required a direct hit. In the end, they scamper through for a single. We'll have a quick look from side on. As a direct hit for me felt out. Here comes the bat. Where's the ball? Well, you know what? Maybe safe. Nonetheless, it's a 1. You can see Delaney was just trying to get back on strike because that is the last ball of the over. And we have a quick look at those bowling figures. Well, Dempsey and Kelly, they're enjoying their day out. There's 5 wickets between the two. Thought Prendergast didn't bowl that bad a spell either. She came up against some very good opening batters today. And Canning also picked up the big wicket of Zwilling to start the collapse, you'd have to say. As here comes Arlene Kelly again. Swept well. Really nice shot and 4 runs. Very good batting from Delaney, who has been watching a lot of the chaos from the non-striker's end. And, well, not many people have been able to find a way to target Arlene. And that time, the sweep shot comes out. Good shot, 4 runs. Wouldn't be surprised. There's no 45 in place, so you might have a scenario where we do see another lap sweep or another sweep shot. Can't sweep that one as it's wide outside the off-stump. Dot ball. So 91 off 64. You feel like Delator will have to pull off one of the more sensational innings if Netherlands are even going to get close here. There's that sweep shot. Big appeal. Well, on another day, maybe it's given, but not out by the umpire. And signalled leg buys. That must have been close. You can see why there. It's a good replay, actually. You can see Delator getting her foot outside the line of off stump, so obviously not hitting her in line. Oh, there's a cheeky single. Good running from Delator, who wanted the strike back. So also land here, getting bat on ball to make sure that Delator is back on strike. 60 for 6. It's been a big collapse in this middle order. Hit hard into a gap. They'll go through a quick single and they'll get there. It's good running from Delator and Land here, who haven't given up this chase just yet, trying to find a way to stay in this game. This might be one of the very few overs that Kelly hasn't picked up a wicket in the tournament. Well, almost picks up the wicket off the last ball as a loose stroke comes, but ends in a dot, and that will be 10 overs complete. We're at the halfway stage of the run chase. Netherlands struggling along at the moment, 61 for 6. You can see out in this halfway stage, it doesn't look pretty, but it's only been the last few overs where the Netherlands have really sort of let themselves down. The wickets falling in clumps, and unfortunately, when you lose wickets in clumps, it's very hard to recover, and that's what we're seeing here for the Netherlands. Not going to get much easier either. There's plenty more bowling to come for Ireland. It looks like it might be the captain. It is the captain, Laura Delaney, has the ball in hand. Special day for her and her family. I've been informed that she has become the most capped Irish women's player ever across all formats. So congratulations to her. Can she get a wicket on her special day? No. Bit of yes, no. Well, one thing about Laura Delaney, she's honest, because for a brief moment, I thought she was going to throw that ball up in the air and celebrate. Let's have a closer look. Great camera work, by the way, and yep, good honesty. Isn't that funny? They're one of those ones around the world where frame by frame always looks like it hits the deck, but she didn't go up for the appeal. So good honesty there from the Irish skipper. And so that's pushed into the offside by Delator. So where do the Dutch go from here? You don't want to give the chase up, but losing 5 for 13 after being in such a good position, it is hard to fight back. You can't give it up though. No point losing and just blocking out the rest of the innings. You've still got to be brave and try and find a way to score. Bold. Well, there is the moment for Delaney. Congratulations on a special day in her international career. Most capped women's player of all time. Picks herself up a wicket live on the European Cricket Network. Getting through the defences of Lantier. Now 62 for 7. Those poor stumps have been rattled a few times, haven't they? It was slow, it was straight. And, well, I hope that was an outside edge onto the stumps, because it looks like it's gone a long way. Maybe if it was a feather outside edge that helped it deflect, or was it just a natural leg cutter that went? Either way, it's a pretty good ball to get And that is a wicket for the Irish skipper. And you'd imagine now this series has just quickly snuck away from the Dutch. So 62 for 7. Van Wick has come out now and probably has the job to get Delader on strike as much as possible. But it's not an easy task against such a disciplined Irish team. Another dot ball. Yeah, it's a shame. It was a good start, this run chase. Zwilling and Seeger's got out the blocks, motoring along with some beautiful strokes, but the wheels have really come off here. That one just whacked back into the pitch and back to the bowler. Again, pushing the offside. It's a very quick single, cheeky running and handy running because it will get Delader back on strike, even if there is last ball of the over. Good to see Adrian Riley pop into the chat. He says, hi there, you all right? I am all right, Adrian. On my own today, no co-commentator. Slight head cold, actually. Sorry, I apologise for my croaky voice today, but I've been told it sounds okay, so getting away with it sneakily. Trust the Australian to be a bit cold on a 27-degree day here in the Netherlands. Last ball of the 11th. Outside edge and can't get the single. It'll be disappointed. Wanted to hold the strike. So that'll be over complete. 11 overs gone. All the Irish. 63 for 7. So 63 for 7. Will we see a bowling change or will they go to Kelly to try and mop this up? I think we will see a bowling change. Probably a good opportunity for Ireland to get some other players into the game, maybe build some confidence for future series or future programs that they have in the pipeline. There's Dempsey hovering down there at deep long on. You see some crowd in the background. We have a good turnout today. A lot of people have come out and enjoyed the sun and watched this game of T20 action. It looks like Sargent's going to be brought into the attack. Right arm off spin. Made her debut just a couple of days ago. Didn't pick up a wicket, but I thought bowled pretty well. Maybe a little bit of luck didn't go away. Will she be able to get her first international wicket here? Shot. Nice looking stroke from Van Wyk, who whacks that into the leg side. And they're thinking about two. A bit of ball watching. It's a good throw. You've got to be quick. And does get back for the second in the end. So good running from Delader. Always two there. It's a good throw as well. Could have been close, you know. A bit of extra bounce as it hit the square. Another pretty powerful stroke out to deep mid-wicket. So credit to the Dutch not giving up this chase just yet. A couple of fielding changes as Delader's back on strike. Just want to get their angles right. I like that when the captain takes just a bit longer to make sure everything's in place. Let's clip straight to mid-wicket. There's no harm in that. They're well ahead on the over rate. So if you feel like you need a couple of extra moments just to set the right field, why not? Delader comes down the crease trying to turn it into a half volley, but Sargent does well to adjust her length, who still on the search for that very first wicket for her country. Has a good strong right arm off spin action up and over, gets it to turn a bit. Here's the sweep shot, favoured shot of Babette Delader. who picks out backward square for a single. The Delaider's been there quite some time, but just probably hasn't had the support required. Maybe needed Rabine Wright to have a longer time with her. A couple of people in the chat mentioning Hunter, the keeper's done a good job, yet very talented as well with the bat. Looks like an all-round complete cricketer. One's dragged down and pulled, but going to find deep square again. So just the one. And, well, these extra deliveries that are getting dragged down are only going for ones, and that's not going to help the Dutch. They need to find some boundaries, and they need to do it very quickly. 12 overs gone. The score is 68 for 7. And you imagine now it's more a matter of time than when. Who's going to be able to pick up these last few wickets, or is there one last charge from the Netherlands? This is what's coming up tomorrow. Same time, same place, as we will have the conclusion of the series. You'd imagine it'll be 2-0 to the Irish, unless we have a late change here. And looking forward to this one. I know Ireland will come here with high hopes of going 3-0, but can the Netherlands fight back now or fight back tomorrow? Tune in to find out. Another dot ball. Yeah, so a little bit of a chat from the two batters at the moment. I think that'd be delayed, just saying, make sure you get me back on strike. Give us a chance here to throw the long handle. Yeah, that'll do. Doesn't matter how you get me on strike. There might be a couple more, though. Yeah, they're going to go for the 2. They'll take it. So 2 runs. A little bit of a toe ender. Gets it through the vacant third region. Good pick up from Hunter, the keeper, who has been quite tidy and clean behind the sticks. There's a powerful stroke. Oh, it's an opportunity. Just hitting the hand of Delaney, who stuck out the right paw, but he couldn't stick. Never easy off your own bowling. Hit pretty hard as well. Sticks out the paw, but yeah, just off the fingertips. And does go down as an opportunity, but pretty tough one to say the least. Again, pushed into the offside, but a yes, no. Field has come quite tight. They know the situation. Try and squeeze the score and not let Delaider back on strike. So 2 balls remaining in this 13th over. Another aggressive stroke straight to mid-on, but a yes-no and another dot ball. So just the dot balls creeping in, and now the field will spread. They're happy to give a 1 here. Bit of buy play this from Ireland, who spread the field now and don't mind if they get a single, because it will keep Delaider off strike for the next over. This might be one of those rare scenarios that if it does go out to the boundary, maybe you just don't take the single anyway. Well, hit hard to deep long on, so they're going to want 2, but it's not going to be on. And it's good cricket from Ireland, just reading the situation and making sure they don't have to bowl too many balls to the Delaider, who does have a little bit more experience than Van Koolwijk. It's 13 overs complete. The score is 71 for 7. Having a look at this tournament coming up, the ECC, it is our marquee event. So if you haven't tuned into it before, please do. It is absolute chaos. Some huge scores, amazing fielding, and some pretty special bowling as well. There's groups all the way up to Group F, and each winner of the group will then come back for finals week, where the Netherlands 11 are waiting also. Can't wait for that one. I'll be there for the whole tournament with co-commentators Vinny, Sandro and Rico. Full. Looking forward to it indeed. Lovely part of the world as Sargent continues. And Sargent, it's a matter of time before she picks up her first international wicket. I feel like it's due. Bowling in a good area consistently. It's a matter of time before one gets through the gate or a wicket happens. It's pushed to backward point, just the dot. You know, I just like the consistency of her bowling. There's not too many change-ups. It's all a little bit one pace maybe, but it's always on a good length around that fourth, fifth stump. Doesn't seem to drag it down or any long hops. Well bowled again. You can see it forces the batter to try and do something a little bit more peculiar. And if you can deliver 24 deliveries in the same spot, maybe change your pace every now and then, usually good things will happen. Flighted delivery this time, a little bit more air, and that's hoiked away to the leg side. And bowling to the field as well, 3 fielders back on the leg side, 2 in the inner ring on the leg side, 45 at mid-wicket. So bowling to the field, keeping it pretty disciplined at the moment, the Irish. Here comes something different. Reverse Malachi and Hunter, who's been very clean indeed, spoils that one. That will be a bye against her tally. No keepers like a bye, but that one will be. That was that sweep shot just a few balls ago from Delano, who's trying everything possible to get the ball away to the boundary. Another one that's not timed into leg side. A quick over from Sargent. That must have been 2 minutes. Respect the game. Rate that. 2 minute over. A couple of singles. This one, you feel, is almost done. 76 for 7 after 14. So it is 40 days till the Euros. A good fun thing about that, it's probably only 39 days till I'm at the Empanada store in Spain with my crew and co-commentators. So we'll be there a day before setting up, and usually it's a tradition for us to go to the Empanada store near Sunset Beach Club, our main partner hotel, and let's just say we do treat ourselves the night before an event starts, so looking forward to that as Delaney will continue. Slight appeal from the keeper, Hunter, but going down the leg side. You can't discredit the effort from the Dutch here. It's as if they've just big batting collapses has haunted them over the last 6 or so weeks. Same happened against Scotland and Thailand. They played well in 2 games, but the other games just big batting collapses, and it's really hard to recover from that in the white ball format, in any format to say. Hit well straight to the fielder, though, and that is cricket. Sometimes it's not a very nice game. You finally get one out the middle, and it goes all the way down to the fielder out there, who takes a very smart catch. That's well held. I think that's Louise Little out there, who made good ground to her right, and good technique on the ball the whole way. Sonny's on. Big smile. Thanks for coming. And Delaney, the skipper, picks up her second. That's the 8th one down, and the score, I believe, is 76 for 8 now. So Delaney with the 2 wickets in a big game for her. Most capped women's player of all time for Ireland. If anyone in the YouTube chat is listening to that, can you tell me who she went past as the most capped player? It's a pretty special achievement. So credit to her as Declan comes out here at number 10. And on a bit of a hiding to nothing, awkward sort of time to bat, I guess the only thing you can do is get yourself a highlight and get your teammate back on strike. As the field comes in, so Ireland obviously reading the situation here and thinking it's time to bring the field in and see if they can wrap this up a little bit quicker than what the scheduled time is to finish. Oh, play and miss. Comes off Hunter's gloves onto the stumps, but just a play and miss to start for Declan. Just a quick fumble from the keeper. Went straight back onto the stumps, but dot ball. Pushed again, straight back to the bowler. So another dot ball. 76 for 8. Yeah, wonder here, do they take a single even. It's a complicated time, actually. You know you're probably going to struggle to go at 13 over, but while Delane's there, you want her to face as many balls as possible. High in the air. That could be caught, if she can get back. She can. What a good catch. And another would go. Well, actually, Gabby Lewis out there who holds on to that. So, good movement. And Delaney on her special day. 3 wickets now. 3 for 5. And Lewis, Gabby Lewis, sorry, my apologies. I said it was Little in the previous catch. It was actually Gabby Lewis. My apologies there. Made a good catch. And you can see the technique here. I like it. Eye on the ball the whole way. Side on. And takes the catch. And another wicket goes. And Delaney, on her special day, 3 for 5. Doing a fantastic job. Potential to end up with a cheeky little 4 for here. As we get to the last wicket, Delane comes out. And I sort of feel that Delane, from what I've seen from the Netherlands, she made a very good 13-14 not out the other day. I think that she has the power to potentially be up at maybe 8 or 9. Not a natural number 11, if you ask me, but she'll come out here and this match and this series has almost been won now. One wicket remaining to make the series 2-0. Do want to remind everyone that we are back again tomorrow. Same time, same place, same coverage. Delaney, last ball, maybe last chance for her to get the 4th wicket. Play and miss. So that will end the 15th over. The score currently is 76 for 9. So just confirming there will be a post-match presentation as well for player of the match as Sargent comes in to bowl again, and that swept pretty hard for the 1. Brings Delane on strike. But yeah, if you do want to hang around with us till the end of the game, there will just be a quick post-match presentation for the player of the match. And well, it's actually a difficult one. Who would you be choosing for player of the match if you've watched this match? A couple of names, maybe Hunter with the bat, Louise Little for the cameo at the end. You could go back to Kelly for her 3 for, or do you give it to the captain, Laura Delaney, who's also come in with a 3 for? There's plenty of names there. It's actually one of the more difficult ones to call. So let me know who you think player of the match might be. As Sargent comes in and bowls, gets another dot ball to her tally. Yeah, very interesting decision to be made. I believe that goes to the match referee. Usually picks who player of the match would be. One wicket to go here, or 28 deliveries. Well played. It's a short third. They'll scamper through for a very quick single. Delane has been there the whole time. She bats at 3. She would have come out after 1 wicket. And unfortunately, she's watched 8 wickets fall during her time at the crease. Not easy as a number 3 bat. Sometimes you feel a little bit helpless when that is the scenario. Well, that's a big full toss. It's probably the very first time I've seen Sargent bowl a poor delivery. It does get dispatched. A nice shot from Delana, who gets that one for 4. Big full toss, came down the crease, and nice shot through wide extra cover. Bonus boundary for herself and for her country. At the end of the day, the Netherlands aren't going to go on and win this game, but every run you make for your country, you should always feel proud. Even if the game is more than likely over, you want to be out there, you want to be scoring, and you want to be hitting as many runs as possible. Question for me in the chat, asking who actually women's player of the match. I believe that it would be the match referee, maybe with some guidance from the umpires, but the match referee who's sitting on the side usually decides that. And there is a special moment for Sargent, who picks up her first international wicket. Congratulations. She's deserved that. She's bowled fantastically in the first T20i, and even better, I think, here tonight. She doesn't do a foot wrong, and credit to the Irish team as well. They have come out here to the Netherlands